Today we're venturing into a unique and imaginative setting. A world where history and terrifying technology collide. We're talking about Steelrising. Steelrising comes to us from the creative minds at Spiders, the studio known for titles like Greedfall and The Technomancer. Now, if you've played their previous games, you'll know that they aren't afraid to tackle ambitious concepts, and Steelrising is no exception. Imagine an alternate version of the French Revolution, 18th century Paris, but with a horrifying twist. King Louis XVI, instead of facing a populace rising up for liberty, has unleashed a terrifying army of clockwork automatons, the Automats, to maintain his iron grip on power through sheer mechanical fear. You step into the elegant yet formidable shoes of Aegis, a unique automat herself. She's not one of Louis' enforcers though. Aegis serves as the bodyguard of none other than Marie Antoinette. Your quest? To navigate the treacherous automaton-infested streets of Paris, find the queen's surviving children, and uncover the shocking truth behind the king's descent into tyrannical madness. The combat in Steelrising encourages a more aggressive approach, reminiscent of the fast-paced action of Bloodborne. You'll be dodging, weaving, and striking with a variety of weapons, collecting anima essence, the game's equivalent of souls, from fallen foes to upgrade your arsenal and unlock new skills. Scattered throughout the ravaged city are Vestals, the game's checkpoints. Here you can level up Aegis, replenish your health, and prepare for the dangers ahead. So what did I find particularly engaging about Steelrising? Well, for starters, it offers something rarely seen in the Soulslike genre, a pause button. Yes, you heard that right. For those moments when the real world intrudes on your fight against mechanical tyranny, you can actually pause the game. Also, Steelrising includes an assist mode. This allows you to tweak various difficulty parameters, making the game easier at the cost of disabling some achievements. This is a welcome addition for players who might find the genre traditionally too punishing, but are drawn in by the intriguing premise. Next up, the setting. The French Revolution with legions of evil robots is a concept so inherently cool, it's hard not to be immediately drawn in. The juxtaposition of historical landmarks twisted by this mechanical horror creates a truly unique and memorable backdrop, and the tone of the game perfectly complements its setting. It's dark, gritty, and carries a sense of desperate struggle against an overwhelming, unnatural force. The level design in Steelrising is also a strong point. While the levels aren't massive open worlds, they are intricately crafted with a multitude of shortcuts that cleverly connect the Vestals. You'll often find yourself looping back to a familiar area in unexpected ways, making exploration feel rewarding. Each level generally has one main exit, encouraging thorough exploration before moving on. This leads us to the Metroidvania elements present in Steelrising. As you progress and unlock new abilities and tools for Aegis, you'll gain new ways to navigate the environment. This often means revisiting levels you've already explored to access previously unreachable areas, uncovering secrets and valuable loot. It adds a satisfying layer of depth to the exploration. One aspect where Steelrising stands out from many of its Souls-like brethren is its greater emphasis on story and characters. While the core gameplay loop remains familiar, there is a more direct and involved narrative here. You'll encounter a ton of side quests that delve into the backstories and motivations of the various characters you meet, adding significant depth to the world and its inhabitants. Furthermore, the game presents you with a few choices throughout the story that can have consequences, adding a layer of player agency. Finally, let's talk about the combat. Steelrising encourages an aggressive playstyle with its fast-paced action. A unique mechanic is overheat. By using special attacks and abilities, Aegis can overheat, temporarily boosting her power, but also leaving her vulnerable if not managed carefully. You also have access to alchemic capsules, essentially throwable items with elemental effects that can be crucial in exploiting enemy weaknesses. And the build variety offered by the different weapons, upgrades, and character stats allows for a good degree of customization to suit your preferred combat style. Now, while Steelrising offers a lot of unique and engaging elements, it's not without its drawbacks. One of the more noticeable issues is the lack of enemy variety. While the initial automaton designs are creative, you'll find yourself facing many of these same enemy types throughout the game, which can lead to a sense of repetition in combat encounters. Another minor frustration is that all of the human characters tend to look quite similar. It can take a while to learn who is who, especially during the more dialogue-heavy sections of the game. Finally, we need to address the elephant in the room: Spiders' jank. While the studio has made significant strides with each release, their games often have a certain level of jank. Slightly unpolished animations, occasional awkward movement, or minor technical hiccups. It's not so severe that it ruins the experience, but in a genre where responsiveness and feeling in complete control of your character are paramount, these rough edges can be noticeable. So who would I recommend Steelrising to? I would recommend it to anyone who has an itch for Souls-likes that can't be fully scratched. If you've played the major players in the genre and you're looking for something new and different to tide you over, Steelrising offers a unique flavor that's worth exploring. I'd also recommend it to people who enjoy Spider's other games. If you're a fan of their narrative-driven RPGs with unique settings and aren't overly bothered by some jank, you'll likely find something to appreciate in Steelrising. I'd also recommend it to people who like the setting of Lies of P. While Steelrising's world isn't as meticulously crafted as Krot, the blend of a historical setting with dark fantasy elements might appeal to those who enjoyed that aspect of Lies of P. Overall, I would recommend Steelrising. It's a creative and engaging game with some truly unique ideas. I love the inventive world design and the abilities that encourage exploration. The emphasis on story and the intriguing side quests are also significant strengths. If the rough edges were a bit more polished and there was a greater variety of enemies, this game would be even easier to recommend. As it stands, if you've made it this far in this video, I think you should probably give Steelrising a try. I genuinely believe Spiders is on the cusp of making a breakout hit that puts them squarely on the map, and I'm excited to see what they do next. So that's my take on the clockwork chaos of Steelrising. Have you ventured into this alternate French Revolution? What were your thoughts on Aegis' journey and the unique blend of history and fantasy? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more deep dives into the world of Souls-likes and other unique games, please consider subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out. That's all for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I will catch you on the next one.